Yo, yo, yo. I haven't made a YouTube video. Well, I came back for like a short amount of time this year. I came back for I made like 3 or 4 YouTube videos this year. But I haven't made one in it's been like consistently 2 years, man. It's been like 2 years. It's been like 2 years. And I'm not saying I'm coming back, but I mean, I was like, I might as well make a YouTube video today. Might as well. Because I've been watching playoff basketball. And I was like, I've been talking about playoffs a lot. I'm a casual. I'm not gonna lie. This year I've been a casual. I'm a casual watcher this year. I didn't watch that much regular season games. Even the Lakers. I didn't watch the Lakers. This is a Kobe jersey, by the way. This is a Kobe jersey. I've had this I got it in Spokane like 3 or 4 years ago. It was right when LeBron came to LA, and I was like, man, they had one there, and I was assuming it was rare because I'm like, you don't see Kobe jerseys. Like, it was in Champs at the mall like 3 or 4 years ago. Like, so I was like, might as well. I mean, it was like, you don't see Kobe jerseys. I assume you don't see them at Champs that often because I went to Champs like a couple months ago. I don't know what was up there. I don't even know if there was any jerseys. I can't even recall if there was any jerseys there, honestly. Honestly, they usually have like a bunch. I forgot, but it looked like I forgot they had. They probably did. I was probably just not looking around, but I don't think they had any good ones. I don't think so. Anyways, let's get back, man. So, yo, the playoffs have been interesting. They've actually, in my opinion, haven't been that bad. They've been pretty solid. Honestly, having fans back, and the atmosphere has been great. I mean, I feel like, I think the lowest amount of fans allowed in a stadium, it's got to be in LA. It's got to be Lakers Clippers games. It's got to be. I think it's got to be the Lakers Clippers games. They've always been very cautious about it, about fans. I think they only have 7,500. I think they were planning on going back to full capacity at arenas in LA June 15th. And I just don't know if the Lakers will be there June 15th in 2 weeks. I don't know if they will. Man, I don't know what to start on. I don't know what to start on. I mean, I haven't thought about this. I don't want to get to the Lakers Suns right away because I feel like that's the series I've actually paid attention to like heavily. This is like a casual talking basketball right now. This is a casual talking hoops right now. A casual who as that I've watched most of the playoff games though. I haven't vividly full picture. I don't know what, I haven't fully to the max paid attention, but I've had the game on the TV every time a game's been on. Speaking, I think we're like 10-15 minutes away from Sixers Wizards game 5. Might as well start there. I mean, might as well start there because that game's about to start. So right now the 76ers are up 3-1. They're up 3-1 on the Wizards. And let's just get into this. Joel Embiid. It's crazy. He's gonna play through a tear meniscus, and not tonight. He's doubtful tonight, but he's day to day with a small tear in his meniscus. That is crazy. Most guys aren't playing on that. The doctor said, I guess they said it's okay if he played on it. I guess they're saying it's okay. I mean, he's gonna play on it. He's gonna test it out. He's gonna see how it goes. I guess they just need to limit the swelling. I guess that's all they need to do. So basically, every time he's on the bench, it's just full on icing every time. I wonder if he's gonna be limited. We'll see how he comes out. I mean, assuming the injury that happened last game, he landed on his butt, lower back butt area, on that, and then he left, and I was like, oh, it's a knee injury? What? I was like, oh, he's out with a knee injury. That's crazy because he landed on his back. I guess in the air, I don't know. I didn't watch that game really. I didn't watch until the third, fourth quarter. I wasn't home until the third or fourth quarter. I was at my uncle's. I watched the third and fourth quarter at my uncle's. Actually, I was home for the first half, and I didn't have it on because I was like, the Sixers are gonna sweep. I didn't have it on. The casual in me, but Joel Embiid got hurt, and yeah, he's out tonight, or he's doubtful. So I'm assuming he's out. But it's optimistic. I mean, I thought it was like, okay, he's just gonna miss game 4, the rest of game 4. He's gonna be back game 5 or game 6. I mean, doesn't you guys got a couple games to lose? But let's get into the actual game. Last game I was watching, they were up by what? Were they up? They were losing. Then they came back and they started leading. I mean, they were up by 4 points. They just started Hack-a-Ben, like how they had Hack-a-Shaq, Hack-a-Ben. I guess you could say Hack-a-Ben. Like, they were just fouling him, sending him to the free throw line, daring him to go to the line. And guess what? He was actually making one. He was going 50%. It was smart. It was very smart. They just started fouling him. And I don't know if this is a rule in the NBA, but within the last 2 minutes, they stopped intentionally fouling them. I know you can intentionally foul, like, if you're losing by, like, a certain amount of points and you get the ball back. But is that, like, a rule or something? Because they just stopped fouling them. Or did they just run out of fouls? I don't know. They're like, our guys are getting too much fouls, you know. Because usually you bring in, like, maybe a not-so-important player and you have him start just hacking him. Like, you usually just bring in a non-important player who's not going to make a difference in the game. You know, you just have him out there, get a few fouls, go out on the bench. You know, maybe that's what happened. They just, I don't know, but yes, they ended up hacking a Ben, and it was an interesting statement from Doc Rivers. He was like, "All I asked is Ben to make one of two." I mean, like, I don't know how. I don't know. It's like, as long as he's making one of two, I mean, I can't complain. But to be honest, you shouldn't be missing a free throw, man. In the NBA, I'm not saying that I could hit a free throw. I'm not saying I could hit an NBA free throw, but like, I feel like, and it's not, it's like everybody's gonna be like, I ironic because I'm a LeBron fan, and he usually goes 1 or 2 from the free throw line, every time. But yes, they never hack him because Ben, I think, what was his free throw percentage? I think it was like 61 or 62%. LeBron's usually like high 60s, which isn't good either. He's usually high 60s, like low 70s. Like, that's not good either. Don't get me wrong. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. But yeah, man, I feel like, yeah, I mean, in the NBA, I mean, you should, I feel like I don't know how you, I understand, you know, fans, you know, pressure, you know, but like, I don't know, man. Maybe the pressure just gets, but Ben just misses free throws regardless. He just misses free throws regardless, you know. And yeah, I don't know, man. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. You know, I still think the Sixers are gonna win this series, and I'm the ultimate jinxer. So we'll see. I want the Sixers to be in the second round. I do because I think, you know, the East is entertaining this year. That's what I gotta say. That I'm so excited for next Bucks. Next Bucks starts on Saturday. I'm so excited for that series. You know, I'm excited because I was underrating the Bucks. Not gonna lie, I was. And I didn't watch basketball that much this year, so I picked Heat in 7. But I forgot they got Drew Holiday. Not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know. I guess I didn't think Drew Holiday would. I don't know what I was thinking in my head. I guess I don't know. But Drew Holiday does make a big difference. Yeah, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Giannis. DiVincenzo is hurt. He's out for the rest of the season, which sucks. It's a big loss for Milwaukee. It's big loss because I was looking. You're gonna have Drew Holiday being able to lock up one of the big three: Kyrie, Harden, whoever you want him to guard. Giannis is gonna be on KD. Which sucks because DiVincenzo could have held his own. I'm not gonna say, obviously you're not gonna be able to contain him. You're not gonna be able to contain him, but you can limit him. You're not gonna be able to like lock him fully down. You could lock down maybe a couple, but they still got that third guy, you know. But yeah, I mean, you can't double them because, you know, you can't double any of them because one of them's gonna get open. You can't double any of them. It's not gonna work like that. But yeah, I mean, most of the time you're just gonna get single coverage. I don't know. And then they got a sharpshooter in Joe Harris. Hypothetically, if they double one of them, Joe Harris is most likely gonna be wide open on the 3 for a spot of 3, and he's a 3-point champion. He's a previous 3-point champion. So you're screwed. You're screwed regardless. It's just like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. But I still got the Nets winning that series. I think it's gonna be 6 or 7. I think 6. I'm gonna go Nets in 6. I'm gonna go Nets in 6. I'm gonna go Nets in 6. I hope most of the games are close. Boston won a game on Brooklyn. I mean, what can you say? Jason Tatum dropped 50. You know, that's how they got their dub. And then they missed Kemba and Robert Williams the last couple games, which sucked. Ah, man, I don't like that big. You're gonna say ironic coming from. I don't like victories. You're gonna be like ironic coming from. For me, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't like how in two of them from KD. It's ironic, right? It's ironic, But yeah, I don't know. I don't like the super teams. I don't like KD. I don't like man, I liked Harden. I don't know. I just don't like it, man. I just don't like it at all. But it just depends. Like who's gonna. They're most likely gonna get beat on physicality. And the Bucks. I mean, like Giannis. Oh man, who they run a. This is the Nets starting five. It's Kyrie, Harden, or Harden runs the point usually. Harden runs the ball up. Kyrie, you got Joe Harris, you got KD, and then you got Blake Griffin. That's your five. That's your five on the floor. It's crazy. Blake is the big, I guess. He's the big. He's the center, I guess. It's really non-positional basketball now. It's like you can't say positions. You could just like, oh, he's a big. Oh, he's a guard. You can't be like, oh, it's positionless basketball now. There's no such thing as positions. You just put 5 on the court, the best 5 on the court. And play them. It's like as simple as that. You don't go like, oh, just because this guy's a shooting guard. Oh, just because you have like 2 shooting guards or 2 point guards, you can't play them at the same time. Like that, it's not like that. It's like you can play them both at the same time. It's positionless. It's positionless basketball. That's what it is. It's positionless. It's not. There's no positions, man. But yeah, man. So yes, that's my take on it. Tatum was a baller this playoffs. I respect to Jason Tatum. That was the worst cutoff. I have no words for that cutoff. I'm just gonna make this into parts. I'm gonna go like part 1, part 2. Type stuff. Should I just talk about the East in this video and then the West in the next? Because this is already a 12-minute video. I don't think it's worth like putting up an hour video. I'm just gonna make it into 2 parts, like 2 parts of YouTube. Yeah, we could go. We might not even be able to talk about like the East, the full East and what. No, I'm just gonna talk about full East and then go into the West next video. Simple as that. So. Yeah, it's like the world didn't want me to talk about the Celtics because as soon as I mentioned the word Celtics, it didn't want me. Is it because I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Laker fan. I'm a LeBron fan. I mean, I'm not like fully into that rivalry in the past of Lakers Celtics rivalry. BLA, all that. Frick, I want to talk about the Lakers so bad, but I'm not. All right. Anyways, Brooklyn, or I was talking about the Celtics. I was about to talk about the Celtics. Speaking of the Celtics, Danny Ainge, he resigned today, and Brad Stevens is going to be the new president of Basketball Association. So I think he's the GM. Basically, he's going to make all the moves. He's going to make all the moves, and people, yeah. It was shocking that they had all those picks and they didn't win a championship. I mean, they were in 3 of 4 Eastern Conference championships of the last 4 years. They were in 3 of the 4. That's really impressive stuff. I mean, that's what you get. You got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown out of that trade for Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. So they built off that, So what can you say? I mean, it wasn't successful because they got Jason Tatum, who was a certified bucket this year. He had 4 50-point games this year, which is insane. 4 50-point games. That's crazy, isn't it? So, yeah, 4, man. He had 4 50-point games. He played great in the post. I think the casual in me. Well, yeah, he had a 50-point game in the postseason. Last game he had 32. I don't know I forgot how he played the other three, but I think his first game he had 22 in his first. I didn't really pay attention to the series because I knew the Nets were gonna win, and I didn't want to see it, man. I didn't want to see. I knew they were gonna win this game or the series. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's my take on the Celtics. By the way, I've never seen. Well, I don't think. Well, obviously nobody's seen Brad Stevens in that position to be a, like that. He's gonna. We'll see how he does with the head coach. He's not gonna. I don't think he will make the move immediately because you're probably gonna wait until after the playoffs to pick up a coach. And the playoffs aren't gonna be over for like 2 months. Or a month and a half, about. So yeah, I mean, anyways, what else do we got in the East? Oh, I want to save. Should I save Nick Hawks for last? Let's see what else we got. What's the 3-6? Oh, Bucks Heat. We already talked Bucks Nets. It's 2 of the series, and we talked 6. So Bucks Nets, all right, Bucks Heat. Like I said, I was absolutely wrong about the series. The casual. I thought Jimmy Butler was gonna play great. I mean, I thought Game 1 was a great game. Game 1 was great. It was entertaining. It was the right way to open up the postseason. It was the first game of the postseason. It started at 10 a.m. Saturday, the first day of the postseason. It was a great way to open up the postseason. It gave us optimism for this postseason being an amazing postseason. Chris Middleton hit the game winner. Jimmy Butler hit a buzzer beater to send to overtime, and Chris Middleton handle business, and then Drew Holiday blocked Jimmy Butler on the last shot that he had. So yeah, that was a great game 1, and Jimmy Butler, I think he shot 4 of 22 that game, and I think he took 10 3-pointers, which if you're Milwaukee and you're forcing Jimmy Butler to pull up jumpers from the 3-point line, you're doing your job. That's your job. You want Jimmy Butler to take those shots. So yeah, and then Bam Adebayo, I don't know what was wrong with him, man. I would see him and I was like, what are you? I don't know. I would just see him, and he just didn't look confident at all, and I just didn't see it in him. Yeah, and Jimmy Butler, Bam didn't play good. Tyler Hero, man. Tyler freaking Hero. Tyler Hero. It's crazy to think that they didn't want to trade Tyler Hero, include Tyler Hero in a package for James Harden. Oh, if they would have pulled that off, that would be looked at as the biggest finesse right now. That would be looked at as the biggest finesse right now. James Harden going off in the playoffs. Tyler Hero, obviously he's not on James Harden level, so you take that trade any day. And he didn't look any better this year than last year, I don't think. Well, yeah, I don't think so. At least, I mean, from the postseason, I didn't see him get. I saw him got worse. I saw him putting up like 25% shooting nights and all that. And I think the last game he didn't play bad. I think he had 15. I mean, it was a sweep. They were the first team eliminated. There wasn't another team eliminated until 5 days later, which was 4 days later, which was yesterday. Yeah. There's just not much to talk about in that series other than the Bucks dominated. This guy named Forbes, for the Bucks was just knocking down threes. He was just going crazy. He was just going crazy. He was just going crazy. That game 3, I think. Was it game 3 or was it game 2? It was game 2. It was game 2 because I remember I was like, I'm so excited for this game. I had the TV on. I was like, oh, I'm so excited for game 2. I'm like, I have been waiting for this game ever since Saturday. And they just went crazy. They started out on a 12-2 run, and Miami just couldn't keep up. Then off the bench, they were already up by like 15. Brian Forbes just went crazy, and it was insane. I mean, it was crazy. He hit like 4 he had like at least 12 points or 14 points in the first. I think, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he did something like that. He was just hitting three after three after three after three, and then again they kick it out. Brian Flores missed a shot, and then on the next possession they kick it to Pat Cunnington. He hits a three, timeout. They're up by 20 or 25, something like that. I don't know, something crazy. In the second, and the East, let's get to it. The last game, the Knicks Hawks, I have to talk about. So what I've seen this series, I wasn't like insanely excited for the series at the beginning. Like I said, I'm a casual. Like I said, I'm a casual. I wasn't excited for the series. First game was not disappointing at all. In MSG, Madison Square Garden, MSG, first playoff game in like 7-8 years. It was rocking game one. Right at the beginning of the game, like 2 minutes in, the score was like 4-2. Fuck Trae Young's chance to start game one, 4-2. Like it's like a 4-2 game. Trae Young hasn't even done nothing yet. It's his first playoff game. It's his first playoff game of his career. He fuck Trae Young's chance to start out of nowhere. And I saw on Twitter that one of the 6-year-olds, like a 6-year-old, like his dad's the dad said that the 6-year-old was participating in the chance to, so it's crazy stuff in MSG, Madison Square Garden, which yeah, it's crazy stuff over there. And obviously Trae Young hit the silencer at the end of the game because he hit the game winner. He hit the game winner. He hit the game winning shot on it was a floater. It was a floater though, and yeah, I mean it was great. He silenced those crowds, and Spike Lee, used to be Spike Lee, all sad. And game two, you stay in MSG. The Knicks, Derrick Rose, what is they call him? Derrick Goes Rose, something like that. Goes crazy. I think he has a 30-point game. He's coming off the bench, by the way, the first two games, which Elfrid Payton was starting over him. But it was to conserve his minutes. It's like, okay. And then he started the second half. It was just to conserve some of his minutes. I think he played 38 minutes that game. It was crazy. I mean, I don't think people or the coaching staff thought he could play that much minutes, or they didn't want to risk that. I don't know. And he went crazy. And yeah, there was a burst in that game. They were up by they were down by like 10. I think they were down by 15 going to half. And then with the Knicks at late third, early fourth, they just go on a run. Trae Young's on the bench, by the way, keep in mind. They go on a run. I think when Trae Young went to the bench, they were up by 10, I think. I don't know, something like that. And they keep him out. Even when the Knicks take the lead, they keep him out for those minutes when they couldn't buy a basket to save their life. Lou Williams was running the offense. He wasn't doing a good job at it that game. And yeah, I mean, they kept Trae Young out even when the Knicks took the lead and the Hawks couldn't buy a bucket to save their lives. So I don't know what they were doing there. Game 3, I didn't really watch Game 3, if I'm being honest. It was the first game back in Atlanta, in the A. Trae Young said, meet me in the A after Game 2, like, see you in the A, and then Reggie Bullock said, let's run it in the A, we with the shits, or something like that. Like, we're with it, let's get down in the A, let's get down in the A. And, it's crazy. It didn't go good for Reggie Bullock and the Knicks. Derrick Rose in Game 3, I think he had another 30-point game, and they lost by 10 or 15 points, something like that. And I mean, it just didn't end good for them. Running it in the A did not end good for the Knicks. Game 3, Let me think. Like I said, I didn't really watch it, but I saw Derrick Rose at 30. I don't know. I don't know how Trey Young did. I had it on my TV. I was outside like chilling. I was outside chilling. It was on my downstairs TV. I came back. It was 44-42. Well, I was keeping in mind of it. And then at halftime, it was like a 10-point game or something like that. And then the second half starts, the Knicks just couldn't get close with it. It might have been more than 15. It might have been 20, to be honest. I don't remember. All I know is the Knicks couldn't get nowhere to get close in game 3 game. Anyways, but I remember they were keeping it close for the first half, or for most of the first half, and then the Hawks just went on a big run. And game 4 looked exactly like that with the score pace. It was like the Knicks kept in it for a quarter and like quarter and like 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Then the Hawks at the end of the second quarter just go on a big run. And they're up by like, what, 10 at 12, 14 at the half. And then the Knicks just couldn't get back in it. And, you see, yeah, game 4 was early. It was at like 10 a.m. I was asleep. I was cozy in my bed. I was cozy in my bed. I was just waking up. I woke up in like the second quarter. It was close. It was close, and they just couldn't keep it close. They couldn't get close. Yeah. And they didn't get back in it. And yeah. That's the whole East side. I'm excited for the second round matchups. I think we're gonna get. I mean, the Knicks are about to play. We'll see. I hope the Knicks win and force game 6. I'm a fan of seeing more basketball. You know what I'm saying? So I want an entertaining series. Yeah, I want to see game 6 back in the A. Right. MSG is gonna be popping tonight. You know, it's a do or die game for New York tonight. It's a do or die game for Washington tonight. And it's a do or die. We have 4 games on tonight. It's a do or die game for Memphis. And then we got Clippers, Mavericks, which Luka didn't play good last game. We'll get into that series in the next video. I don't think I'm gonna make this. I think I'm gonna do 2 separate YouTube videos. This is gonna be the Eastern Conference. But yeah, so let me make the predictions for the series still going on in the East. Like I said, there's only 2 going on, so I got the Sixers winning this. Let's go. I'm going to pick the Sixers to win in 6. Let's go 6. Let's go they lose this one but win the next one. No, you know what? I'm going Sixers 5. They're getting it done tonight. Guarantee like Chuck. Man, Charles Barkley's crazy. I'm going to go with the Hawks to win in. Let's go with 6. Hawks and 6. That's what I predicted in my bracket. So yeah, let's go Hawks 6. Those are this is my Eastern Conference. I just like to talk basketball. I was like, might as well do this. I'm gonna make this 2 separate videos. I'm about to go and film the other video, and I'm gonna put on the game in my background because I'm pretty sure Sixers Wizards already started, and then 30 minutes later you get Knicks Hawks game 5. Potential 2. They're 2 closeout games. We'll see what happens. Thank y'all for watching this video. I'm not guaranteeing any consistent uploads. None of that. I'm not doing that anymore because I made that mistake in the past. I did like 3 or 4 times. I made that mistake in the past. I got a card video that I had from like 3 or 4 months ago that I pulled something pretty pricey. I think I'm going to upload that soon probably. We'll see. I'm not making any guarantees. But thanks for watching. Peace out.